So many thanks for speaking to us. My first question would be the entire water heating industry, this entire sector. What is your current shape? What numbers it has got, and how you analyze the entire sector?
So Samir, I think the sector is in a pretty good health, and the reasons are starting with that the water heating penetration in India is still at about 12 to 15%. So there's a lot of scope for growth in this particular sector. And also, if you see from India perspective, the young population, the urbanization, the digitalization, and electrification, everything points out to the fact that the sector would remain in a very good shape in the coming years. So we expect that the sector to grow at a minimum of 9 to 10% CAGR in volume in the coming years.
Okay. Since you mentioned that it is going to be in a very healthy shape, the growth momentum, as you mentioned, what sort of outlook you have for India? What sort of the betting that you have for India?
From a global perspective, India is the place to be. We are a global player. Ariston Group operates in more than 150 countries all over the world, and India definitely is a growth engine for our group. It is one of the youngest population in the world, one of the fastest economies in terms of speed of growth. So it's fundamental for us to be here, and from also an Asia perspective, being myself in charge of Asia markets, this is the most strategic market that we have in our perimeter.
The major factors that you're seeing, which is driving this entire growth over here in India?
Penetration, as Mohit was saying, the Indian population is still not at the level of some other mature economies in terms of people using the water heaters or the geyser, how you normally call it here. So we would like to drive more and more this penetration, because we are the global leaders in bringing thermal comfort to the population. So this is an enormous advantage for elderly people as well as young borns, and we want to play in this beautiful country.
You mentioned that the growth could be somewhere like 12 to 15%.
The penetration is 12 to 15%. The growth in terms of CAGR should be 9 to 10% in volume. In value terms, it could be 12 to 15% in the coming years.
And how you want to expand your footprints? What strategy you have got in terms of product or even expanding your network?
So Samir, what we are kind of working on is to ensure that our distribution. So from a portfolio perspective, we want to ensure that we have a right kind of products. So we spend a lot of time in understanding consumer needs in the market from India perspective, and then we go back and to the drawing board and come out with the products which will meet the needs of these customers. Okay. And that's why this new range. Along with that, we want to expand from all channel perspective. So of course, the biggest channel for us is a traditional trade, which is basically a distributor and retailer. So we are expanding that channel in north, where we are standing today. North, south, west, we are pretty strong. So the north and south are very key markets for us from storage. And also because, as I said, that there are a lot of young customers in India, which go to e-commerce and modern trade as well. So we are looking at all pervasive strategy in terms of a channel to reach out to a customer and expand.
New products as well?
Of course, the new products would help, because at the end of the day, they are feature rich. There are a lot of things which are only unique to us, and that is what we want to. So if you look at the Indian consumers are looking for better control, convenience, safety, better designs and aesthetics. So if you look at the new range, it kind of ticks all the right boxes from the product features and the benefits that it offers.
Are you also looking to have some sort of promising investment in India?
It is a country of investment. We are looking for opportunities to come. We are present in the country for more than 35 years. We are an Italian-rooted group, but we act globally. And here in India, we operate with a brand, Rakol, that is a very Indian, and we design this range of product that is specific designed to meet Indian needs. We are ready as a world leader for opportunities to come. It's definitely on the list of possibility that we may have in the future.
Okay. An interesting trend or the buying pattern that you are seeing, because traditionally, if you see in this segment, the consumer prefers to go either with the affordability aspect or with the brand aspect. So any new trend that you are seeing, and accordingly you are planning your strategy?
So what we definitely see in the market is that consumers have become much more educated. As I said, the lot portion of the consumers is young. They are moving into urban locations like Delhi because they are moving for the jobs purposes. They are looking at all kind of digital mediums. So what we see is what we see right now is that customers tend to go to online. They study a lot in terms of what are the kind of features, what are the kind of brands which are available, what are the reviews. But they believe a lot into their peer reviews. What are other customers talking about? And then they go to offline module, which could be a modern trade or it could be a traditional trade to buy a product. They also are extremely passionate, and I think that's a good point for us also, that they want to know what is the after sales service. And that is what we're building on. So our GTM is in making sure that we are available all across. We are also coming out of the products which are feature rich. So it is no more a box selling. The retailer or anyone which is selling the product must understand the features intimately for them to offer that product to the consumers. So that is what we are spending our time on, to have a product which are differentiated, our ability to sell those features into the market, and we hope that our customers would understand those features and would like those features and would really appreciate us. And then last but not the least, we are really focusing on our after sales service. We have expanded our network. Today we have almost like a 500 service centers in India. We have improved our TAT dramatically in the last few years. And we continuously study consumer response in terms of NPS to see which are the areas that we can improve. So I think after sales service is as important for a new customer than anything else.
One thing, before coming to last question, the raw material prices overall, whether it be any industry, it is going up. So do you think so that this industry will also be affected by the same in terms of pricing of the product?
Yeah, it has got affected. I mean, if you see in the COVID, the raw material prices went up a lot. But we are seeing a certain level of softening at this point of time.
Okay.
But we don't know what will happen. So that's a variable which that's not a constant. So they'll keep on going and up. But at the end of the day, I think what consumers are looking at is are we able to give them features which they like.
Lastly, would like to understand the festive season. It has kick-started. Understanding that what sort of sentiment it's going to be. How you analyze that? Is it going to be on a positive side, or what's your understanding?
So right now we see a little bit of sluggishness in the market, but I think it's on account of weather. You know that the monsoon has been a bit erratic in India this time, but winter would happen at some point of time, and we expect that this season would be very good for all of us because there is a new range which is there, which will be offering to the consumers, and we expect there's no reason for us to feel that this season would not be one of the best that we have seen the last few years.
Okay. And thanks for speaking to us. With camera person Manoj, this is Samir Dikshit for 18 Now.